Welcome back to part 2 of Slay the Princess. Last time we left off with us freeing her ghost and then getting sent back in time, I guess. Let's go ahead and get started.
You're on a path in the woods.
We know how this goes.
And at the end of that, you're here to slay her.
Yes, the end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason is because she's locked
While
up?
I appreciate
Simp
the mental
playthrough, let's do
exercise we've got
it.
running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
I mean, why are you calling it a mental exercise? What if it's just facts? I mean, are we?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is
Really
not
now?
dangerous because she's locked up.
But how do you know
Before
this?
you decide to waste
Are you
even
the one
more
who
of our
locked her up?
time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic causality doesn't
not
matter.
supposed to.
Because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin,
But why?
the world will end. And there is no changing
But
that.
how? Why?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical
See,
chicken
my
or egg.
view
Because
on
the
this
egg is
narrator
hatched, it's
is
about to
already
ruin
skewed
everything.
because from the first part, I don't like him already. So let's see.
Unless, of course, you...
And slay her. Seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Oh, okay.
Is
Thanks.
slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If
No,
anything,
but still.
slaying a princess is much better
But
than
why?
slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to
That's
society.
kind of rude, and I mean, I understand that, but killing anyone is bad. Sorry. Can someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Really now?
I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Good. I make the rules. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Why do you have this job?
You make your way up the short path to
Oh,
the warning.
it's
Before you go
further.
any further, she will lie. She will cheat. We're not
Okay.
going to go through
Same
with this,
stuff.
right? She's a
Same stuff as
princess.
the first time
We
through.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Does he now? Proceed to the captain. God, the sound design of this game is
The
phenomenal.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely
Okay, so same
bare.
stuff.
The air is a blade, is your implement.
Let's not take the blade this time. Let's enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
Staircase.
staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. Her
Yes,
voice
same
softly.
stuff.
Hello?
She sounds more
someone
like the
there?
ghost after, like, we made amends.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once
Jesus,
to remember it
dude.
for the rest of your life.
Like, if you've never talked to a woman before,
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
is it?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here
Is it?
unarmed.
Just checking in
You
on
are?
you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
I mean, they want to kill you, so they haven't forgotten you.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Interesting. Same
She's
stuff.
beautiful. How could someone like this be
Don't
a threat to
make
anyone?
appearances what causes people to be threats.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Maybe. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
That changes her. What's your name? About you? For all I know, you're locked up here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
What reason?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
True.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
True. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
It has a lot to do with everything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree.
Then how
with
is
the
she?
princess.
How is she living?
That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually,
Seriously.
what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Literally. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? We can get to know each other better and try to decide to keep her locked away. I'm sorry, but I just don't trust you. I can't believe I'm keeping you down here. Okay, I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this. I was sent here to slay you. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Maybe.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Really now?
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
It kind of does.
It's not like you'd believe me.
How do you know that? Go back upstairs and truth early. I can't believe it. I'm going to get you out of here. Don't make me regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Why?
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
Okay, then don't.
You're making
do
a
anything.
huge mistake.
What mistake, narrator?
You're doing the right thing.
Am I now?
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I mean, I don't think it'd be that
They're
easy to
large and
break.
heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Sure.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Why would I have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
I doubt that.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to
True. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there's a key still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Who's there?
Is someone else here?
Let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with
Like,
silence.
this is making me just think that this is like an alternate reality.
I'll repeat
This
myself
cabin isn't
once again.
real. It's
You're
like a
here
fucking
to slay
like the Tartarus. Like when you go in,
princess.
it's just completely
You
something
won't
different,
leave until the
and
task
it
is
just
done.
leaves as soon as you walk in. Like it doesn't matter what I do because as soon as I walk into the cabin, it goes to an alternate reality. So even if I save her, kill her, whatever the hell, it doesn't matter until I do all of it, I guess. Let's go to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Maybe I didn't want to.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
True. I'm much of a mess. So
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
kind of.
There's a slight panic rising
But
in the
who?
princess's voice.
Who? Thanks, Matt.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
And how are you gonna?
She barely
Jesus
hesitates before raising
Christ!
her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of it. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang. It's the blade from
Jesus.
upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
And I'm back. That kind of sucked. Till time to strike. There's now.
Or we could use it to free her.
Or we could just
You won't like what
Kill
happens
ourselves?
if you do that.
really now. Let's save her.
Fine.
Let's see.
Against your
Damn.
better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the...
I found out what she's been eating. Maybe she was just that hungry.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Fuck.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Holy shit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Seriously, what the fuck?
No, she didn't.
She doesn't care.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Not at all.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Why? Just smiling with the blood of your own wound? Jesus. Let's approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
What if I want to?
I can't just let her escape into the world.
No, I will let her escape into the world.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Okay.
your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Literally, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
I've killed her before, so I don't want to kill her again. Damn. Oh, slay the princess and then warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Interesting.
You know you don't have to do
I do like
this,
the
right?
anatomical accuracy of the owner and the radius. There's both of them. That's really nice. I like
The
that.
body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess
Damn.
dodges,
She's
stumbling
lithe.
back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
For someone who's probably malnourished, she can move pretty
Stop
well.
it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Are you? Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in
cursor changes
stubborn
every time.
resistance,
This one, the cursor's a bloody
princess
blade.
takes a cautious step forward.
Does she now?
We both know this isn't you.
I mean, true.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Letting you die.
I'm
Is that
sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Literally, like the episode of Supernatural Season 1.
Oh
Except
no!
instead of the
I'm
girlfriend
so sorry.
getting burnt alive on top of the freaking ceiling, she's killing Sam. I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For
Can we?
her sake.
Really, seriously, why?
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
But how?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch
This is
of
very,
burning pain that slices
descriptive.
its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
I mean, stick the pointy knife. She's sticking the pointy side in. That's using a knife correctly.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound,
Literally.
and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just
She's
end
crying.
like
Yes,
this.
it can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Damn.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
And we're here again. Back to the beginning.
You're here to slay her.
Yes.
If you don't,
Yes, we are. I'm getting a terrible
sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
The way you said that makes it sound like you know, but last time you acted like you didn't know anything, or like we'd done it before. But this time it makes it seem like you do remember what happened.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
He might.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved?
Literally.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
True.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Jesus Christ. Cheesy much? I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions.
I've already said this,
say for a moment. If you were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing
You want
her.
to hear all that? That was in the first episode.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. I beg to differ.
Oh, shut up, Smitten.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
See, he does remember.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
True.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
True.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened? Do you think the people there lived happily ever on? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
But why? Why is she bad? She a baddie. I'm with them. I'm gonna find a way to save her from the cabin.
That's right. You can't stop all of us.
You can't.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
I'm not gonna sweep her off her feet, but I'm gonna save her because I
These
want to
are
see what
really the
happens.
sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with. You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation.
Okay, let's go to the cabin.
A warning. Before you go in, she will lie,
She will cheat.
she will cheat.
Don't believe her.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game.
Oh my god, dude.
It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Jesus, you are smitten.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
He does.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passion... Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept
Very
quiet.
true. Please keep quiet.
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Will do. I'm gonna leave the knife again. I'm not gonna grab the knife this time. I'm gonna see what happens the second time.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries.
Because this makes sense.
A
wooden
prison
cabin is now
befitting
stone.
a
See, this is what
royal
I'm saying.
prison.
It's like
Even
an alternate
furniture of
reality.
note is a
Whatever we go
ornate
through, it's just
wooden
a different
table
reality.
with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Oh, that was it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Very different.
It is very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by
Well,
the
we'll
princess.
see. We'll see if my body's down there.
So focus up. Stop.
Alright, let's go ahead and just enter without the blade then. I should have probably brought the blade, because I wonder if she's going to have her arm.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
True. Wait, no, how? It literally looks nice.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Same thing as
Her
last time.
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Relax. You talked to her for 5 minutes. You don't know her.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. You
Sure.
barely even know the princess. You can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Very true.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in
Thank
love.
you. I will agree with the narrator for once.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Are they now?
You walk down the
she's still
stairs
chained
and
up.
lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Because she would die of cheesiness. What is it called?
Your
Cringe.
spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Very much
It's
so.
you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
But you killed me.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
If we're a chicken man, I highly doubt that.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't
Kinda
it?
does.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's what I've been trying to tell you.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Not necessarily. She technically killed us.
Well,
Yeah.
she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. You've died before. So an entire world has been
Maybe.
damned to oblivion.
Or maybe it's been saved.
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
True. Well, let's do it
Now,
right.
hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue?
But how do we know she ended the world?
We never
I know
saw
he's
a
not
world
lying to us.
end.
But
Now I'm
I have to
even
agree with
more
this metaphor.
certain that we must chase our heroic and
No, the
romantic
destiny
destiny
part.
than I've ever
The
been.
romantic destiny part
I
is kinda
shan't
different.
let anyone
Destiny 2 I
convince
can
us
get behind.
otherwise.
Romantic destiny.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do.
I'll do my job. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
How did you get fused back to the wall? Yeah, I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action,
That's
it
for
was for
good
good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
It's creepy.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Very true.
That's because she's perfect.
No.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Maybe.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
True. Well... I didn't bring a knife to it. Well, let's just rescue.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity?
I haven't seen anything
And even if
monstrous
you
about her.
wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
That's a huge design flaw for someone who's supposed to be dangerous to the world. They should not be able to fit
No,
through
she's a
chains.
prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done
Literally.
it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Shut up, dude.
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
True.
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Literally.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Shut up.
One of us has to be.
Literally.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
I never said anything about loving her.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take your what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Ha.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths.
We know what
and
happened
if
last
you
time
try
someone tried to get into the depths of the
anything that might
Titanic.
harm our
It
dearest,
went boom.
I will end our life
I mean,
without
controller
a second
disconnected,
thought.
but yeah.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
True. Because that makes fucking sense.
Approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings.
Literally.
Shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
We'll see.
I can't believe it. I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Let's see.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If
Someone's
you
not
had a
romantic.
weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be
What
saved.
if I did bring the knife and try to kill
Luckily
her
for
in the scene?
Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
True.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our
shut up.
side?
What do we do now?
We leave and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
And the basement door is locked.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
What a fucking
I like to think that you do, actually.
Just such a good point.
Look, I have my doubts, but
Upbeat
the
as
choice
well.
has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
True.
I will mope about it.
Oh, shut up.
Moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the
this time
stairs,
the door's gone.
hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Literally.
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Literally.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Or we can.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's got a point.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength
God.
of true love.
How's it gonna
Enough with
open?
this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Literally. Shut up, Smitten.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you
True.
listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm not. I just want to go against your whim. 'Cause I
I'm
don't
just
like
along
you,
for the
period.
ride at this point.
Same, hero. Literally same. I think we don't maybe try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. I think we can open it by try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
I don't want to risk
Like
one
a
of us
pair
doing
of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
it. Man, he is not
And
romantic. It's locked.
the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding?
It's actually kind
I
of funny.
told you our love was
Shut up, it's not
insurmountable.
love, but that's hilarious as fuck.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing.
No.
Take the blade from the table and slay her
No,
before
no,
it's too
no.
late.
Let's not, because I want to keep doing this.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking
Kinda am.
every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world
Yes.
and make me suffer.
Actually, yes, I'm enjoying this a lot.
To you.
I hate you too.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Let's see what happens.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
Oh, what? It's actually the forest.
A happy ending at last.
What's gonna happen? Oh, there's the darkness.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh, here it comes.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was
Oh
too
my God,
busy
Smitten,
staring
shut up.
deep into...
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Rather not. Damn. You'll get a chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a mirror? Why is it here?
Why not?
Why now?
Of course you're scared, but this is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. You've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Because it is.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt.
It's not the end. That's it. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust her. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
I got it. Approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. I've grown. Am I the devil? Am I going to be Lucifer? Find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. There she is. Approach her.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Really now?
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Interesting. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Interesting. Like the same being as you were before, how much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
True. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you right now. Mrs. O'Donnell, do you know what you would want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Interesting.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Alright, when I go back, if there's an invisible wall closed around me, why can I not do the same things I've done? When I go back, it's as if there's an... Oh, okay, so I can't do the same things I've done before.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen.
Okay, so I can't...
And to
double up.
perspectives I have already made my own.
Cool.
They are useless to us
This reminds me a
now.
lot of
Inaccessible.
ReZero,
The only paths
where
of
it's like
value are those that
every
are
time
yet
I
untried.
die, it's like what was that witch's name? Greed, whatever her name is, where it's like she wants to take him and like have him relive every death, every possibility, and by doing that, he gets the full picture of everything that can happen. So interesting. So like this is what's happening with her. She's becoming a complete person to see all perspectives, and I guess maybe to see if like the world is worth saving or to make it end. Like I'm so confused. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've ever met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
True. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay, so you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow.
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. Alright, let's go back. I can talk more on this later. Before we go back, this will be the end of the second episode. I am super into this right now. Like, it is getting super intriguing. I want to know what happens at the end. Like, what is going on to her? What is this entity? What am I? Am I Lucifer and she's like an angel or a god? Like, is that why there's a bunch of hands? She's a biblically accurate angel, and I'm Lucifer destroying the worlds, and in reality the narrator is the devil and she's an angel? Or is it flipped? Like, I am so intrigued. But let's go back, and I will see everyone in the next episode for sure.
Return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
I will see you next time.
We will meet again.
And I will see you all next time after everything goes dark and I die. Bye-bye.